New month means new stuff and new beginnings. Tonight on season 4, episode 12 of the KCCFC TV show, we get to know which players have joined the club, left the club, or been loaned out. And not forgetting that exclusive interview where we get to hear from Kiza Mustafa, who has rejoined KCCFC until the end of the 2022-2023 season. It's a plethora of stuff to discuss tonight. I'm your host, Magero Moses Mwanje is my name. You and I are definitely walking this journey together. All right, just like we told you that we have an exclusive interview tonight with one of our very own. He's been through the ranks, that is in terms of football, the football club, promoted from the KCCFC Soccer Academy and straight to the KCCFC senior team, played for the different age grades when it comes to football for Uganda, under 20, the under 23, and the senior men's national team, the Uganda Cranes. Ladies and gentlemen, Kiza Mustafa. Wow. And live on KCCFC TV show, Kiza, you're looking very fantastic, I should say. First of all, how do you feel as a player? You're looking great, I should say.
Thank you. The yellow looks good on me.
Yeah, it definitely looks good on you. I see the Chint electric shirt, fantastic. The shirt is produced by Mafro. Those are official kit sponsors. I don't know, you've probably had different kit manufacturers before, but the yellow really looks good on you.
Yeah, thank you.
You fine?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. Yeah.
You're still in shape just like you are, probably bigger.
No. No, it's still the same
bigger.
size. Yeah.
It's the same size.
Yeah.
Different, you've maintained your hairstyle, I should say.
Yeah, this is my trademark.
The trademark, I can see. Same smile. Swaggerific like he used to be.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, there you have it, the assist king. Did you change the nickname? That's how we used to call you back.
No, mostly the fans, maybe they used to call me Assist King, but my friends at the club, they call me Pogba.
Pogba?
Yeah, because maybe for them they think like my style, they think I'm Pogba.
Okay,
not in the way I
similar
play,
lifestyle like him.
Lifestyle outside football. Yeah.
Okay, what are some of the things that you guys have in common, like Pogba?
In common? To be honest, I don't know more, but my friends know. Yeah.
One thing I know, you love music, and
music,
I've seen Pogba dance so much in the dressing room.
Yeah, mostly maybe that's why they used to call me Pogba. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but then the assist king, I think, definitely because of the assists.
Yeah.
Wow.
Assist, yeah.
Kiza Mustafa, that's how we normally called him when he was at KCCFC, the assist king, and we shall keep calling him that. Kiza, you're finally back at KCCFC. First of all, for how long? That should be, I think, the first thing. How long are you at KCCFC? How long is the contract that you've signed? People need to know that.
Yeah, I think I'm at the club for 6 months.
Okay.
But you never know what can happen in future.
Okay.
Yeah, first of all, I'm happy to be back, and I want to thank the management and the technical team for giving me an opportunity and allowing me to be back, and always allowing me to train with the team. Whenever I used to come back, they used to give me an opportunity to train with the boys. Yeah. So yeah, I thank them.
Yeah, but I think KCCFC has been those clubs that normally, are very nice with their former players. Even when they leave the football club, especially players that leave on good terms, they normally do come back. But someone out there wants to know, when Kiza left in 2020, where did he go? After that, where did he go? We want to know the journey now up to this day that you're back at KCCFC.
Yeah, so when I left KCCA, I joined CF Montreal. It was Impact Montreal by that time.
That's in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada, after they changed the name to CF Montreal.
Okay.
I think I played there for 2 years, 1.5 years, I think, or 2 years. Yeah, because, the season I went when the season had already started. Okay. Yeah, then after, maybe I left Montreal. And I started, I think, for 6 months without playing anywhere. And then I joined Aroca in Portugal. Yeah, now I'm finally here.
Finally back at KCCFC.
Yeah.
The club in Portugal, you said FC Aroca. Which division is it? Is it in the main league?
It's in the top league. Yeah.
Oh, so the league that has the Benficas, the Sporting Lisbons and all that. Oh, that's a top side. That's a top side you're playing for. So, life at professional football, that's where we will start from. And then slowly get back into life at KCCFC back then, and also what you expect. So life at professional football. First of all, what does it take to make it to that level? Yeah,
I think it's a lot of hard working. You need to be a hard-working player, and most importantly, you need to get maybe advisors. For us Ugandans, most of the times you go for profession football, you only have like an agent who helps you. But it's professional football, it needs a lot of things. A lot of things. You've talked about hard work.
I'll just hint about a few things here.
Yeah.
The meals. You live here, we are eating rice, matoke, posho, and what? What are the meals like, especially in Canada, in Portugal? And how did you cope?
Mostly, you can get the meals there, but it depends on how you cope up with the situation. But it's not a big problem to cope up with it. Yeah.
And then life without probably your family members, you're away there, probably your mom or whoever is the people that.
Yeah, sometimes you miss them, but you get used. You know, this is my work. I have to work. So family, because if I don't work for my family, so how do they? Because you have to feed your family. So you just need to keep working. You focus on your job. Most probably you'll get the holidays and come back and see your family.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm quite sure you're very proud of yourself. I mean, these are dreams for any player that one day I should play professional football.
Yeah, and I don't regret anything. Yeah, I'm happy I've been there, and I know with time I'll go back. Okay. So I just came back to restart again to play, and
Very strong word from you that you have the hope that you'll get back, and I know you'll get back to those ranks once again. Life at KCCFC, now that you are back, any familiar faces that you found at the football club? We know you joined in 2014, one of the longest serving members at the time, back then. But any familiar faces you found, and you could tell us some of these guys?
Yeah, so I have a lot of friends in the club who are like Peter Magambo, we started together, and Ali Mwirusi, they are Okelo, Shaban, Poloto, Benchan. I have quite good friends. I think in the dressing room, we have that connection with the boys. You know, whenever I used to come back, I used to train with them. So we have that good connection. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. And then the relationship with the manager. At the time when you left in 2020, Molebe Kwaso was the assistant manager. That is to Mike Motevi, who was the coach at the time, or the manager. But now he's the head coach, your relationship with him, and now that he's the coach, probably you could share with us a snippet of what he told you when you had the first engagement with him. Yeah,
to be honest, Coach Mole is one of the coaches that believed in me when I started. I remember one time when before I made my debut, he used to tell one of my coaches, Coach Mali, I used to tell him, you see this boy? I think he will be the one of the boys that will play at the national side, one day. So I think he's one of the coaches that trusted me and believed in me, and he's a good coach. He helped me a lot to improve when he was the assistant coach. And now, he's trying to help me to see that I come back again and help the team.
What are some of the words he told you when you showed interest that you wanted to return at the club? Yeah,
he will. So to be honest, he welcomed me very well, and he was happy with my return. Although, he first asked me, why am I coming back? So, as players, we face a lot of challenges. But when I talked to him, he was positive, and he told me, you can come back, we can work together, because I worked with him, I think, for 5 years. 5 to 6 years. He's a top manager. I think we have one of the best managers. And I'm willing to work for him.
Wow, that one you're very right. And also the team that he works with, that should be a very top team. Familiar faces on that team, you've been able to work with some of these guys. Coach Malinga
coach.
Should have been the coach.
I think Coach Malinga is the one of the coaches that brought me. And he's been, I think we have a good connection with him. He's been helping me in improving a lot. So he was our coach in the junior side.
Maybe I'll just try to compare both stints. Now that you're back at KCCFC, if you were to compare this current side to what happened back then, maybe what special thing do you see in this current side? I know you come back at the time when Okelo is also back on loan for a season. And then the number of faces that at least you've been playing with. What special thing do you see in this current side of KCCFC players?
This current side, so for me, I see we have the good quality of players. We have good players. It's not so different from the past. We had top players in the past, but we have a good squad, and I think when we give our all, we are going to win this trophy.
You come back at a time when KCCFC is top of the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. After the first round, just short. We are leading 2 points difference with Bull and Vipers that are in the second and the third position. Goal difference is what separates these two sides. What does KCCFC have to do to make sure they maintain that and go on to win the league this season? You've won the league. How many titles did you win before?
Two, I think two.
That was
League Cup,
2017 and 2019.
Yeah,
And then Uganda Cup 2017
and
2018.
Yeah, 2018.
And the Sekafa, wow, that one should have been one of your best. So what does KCFC have to do to win this year's title and also get yourself the third Uganda Cup and also the third Saturn Uganda Premier League?
For me, I think, I've been training with the team. I think the coaches have prepared us very well for the second round, and all the players are focused. They know the target. They know that they know what we have to do to see that we maintain, because the clubs all the teams are now chasing us because we are at the top. So we need to maintain. We need to work as a team. Yeah.
Wow. And then in terms of the Uganda Cup, just tomorrow will be the first time KCFC will be playing. That is in the Uganda Cup this season, the round of 64, 49th edition of the Uganda Cup against Kampala junior team. And I mean, as players, now I will not ask you like a foreigner. You're a player. As players, how do you make sure you get the team running immediately? Because you are a new signing. You've been at the club before, but you're a new signing. You get into the club, and the first assignment is getting to win that Uganda Cup tomorrow, whereby about 4 or 5 days later, we'll be playing in the league. What do you have to do as players to make sure the team gets?
Yeah, we just need to be, you just need to focus and just listen to the coach's tactics. So I think we have the good quality, but Uganda Cup, we are playing away. We are not playing in a good surface, not a good pitch, but yeah, this is our country. So we are expecting that, and these are the pitches that we grew up from. So we just need to go and give our best and see that we win our first Uganda Cup game.
I'll take you back a little bit back then. And your fondest memory at the football club, we have talked about you winning 2 league titles, 2 Uganda Cups. There's that Sekafa in Rwanda 2019, where I believe you should have been the most valuable player for the club at the time. And quite very many things you achieved with the football club, playing in the CAF Champions League. But what is your fondest memory from the time you joined KCCFC up to today?
From the time I joined KCCA.
Your best moment that you'd be like, I'll never forget this, and why that moment?
For me, my best moment, I think, when I scored in the finals, that would be one of them. But
finals
in the final of Sekafa, because it was our first trophy. But my best moment is when we qualified for the CAF Champions League, because we also couldn't believe that we did it. We played against strong teams. We thought maybe we could just only achieve, we play in the first round, maybe we go to Madagascar, we'll win in Madagascar, but we will not win in St. George, because St. George was a big team. But we believed in ourselves, and the coach also believed in us by that time. So we gave our best. I think that's my best moment.
And then your worst moment that you'd be like, this was my worst moment?
I think my worst moment at the club, it's when we were playing against Otoho. At home. Because I got injured in the warm-up. And that was one of the games I was in good mood, I wanted us to win and we qualify for it was, I think,
Confederation Cup.
Confederation, but as you know, everything happens for a reason. But that one was one of my worst moments.
As we get closer to the ending points of this interview, someone out there wants to know, who is your best friend? We know I've seen you interact with very many people. Who is your best friend among those players at KCFC? We know you've grown up with many, but please, and why that person?
Among those all the players at KCC, my best friend would have been, because I have quite some good friends, So I think I don't have only one best friend. I have best friends.
Okay, who are they?
I think Magambo, we were with him in school. And Okelo, Poloto. I think Poloto, because there is the way we connect here. Poloto is one of my guys. Ali Muirusi, Shaban, Guma. We have some good connection with, I think, everyone at the club. Mujuzi. I won't say that I only have one friend, one best friend. I have quite some good friends.
I've seen you score different goals for both country and club. Your best goal in your career, your best goal?
My best goal in my career.
And against which team?
The first goal would have been against Express.
Okay.
Because I scored a nice free kick against Express.
Okay.
But then I scored a good goal against Ryan Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, against Ryan Sport. I think that was
quarterfinals of Sekafa. Yeah,
quarterfinals.
2-1.
But there is another goal I scored against Burundi.
Which team?
Against Burundi.
In the national team?
In the national team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free kick?
No, it wasn't a free kick. Yeah.
That was Sekafa 2019 still?
Chan. It was
Okay,
Chan
Chan.
qualifiers, yeah. I think that one was one of my best goals. Yeah, when I remember, because the assist made it look like it's a top goal. Mutiaba. It was
Muzamiru,
yeah. He gave me a nice assist.
Well, Kiza, as we wind this up, your parting shot, someone out there wants to know what should they expect from Kiza Mustafa now that you're back at the football club, different names that you've been called back then, the assist king. Yeah. But as we wind this up, the club is leading the Southern Uganda Premier League with 2 points difference from the two teams that are sharing points. Yeah. What should the fans expect from you? What do you bring to the current crop of players?
So first of all, what I bring to the current group of players, I think everyone know what I can do. That's the first thing. And now I'm a matured player and I'm experienced. So I know I'm bringing experience to the club, and most importantly, the how can I say it? I'm bringing assists. Okay. You know, and
goals too.
Yeah, goals, because nowadays, you know, when you play professional football, most probably left backs, there is some things, you know, I went outside, but I changed a lot. Yeah, I'm not the same player that played in 2019. Okay. Yeah, so I changed a lot, and I improved. So I'm bringing that experience that I got outside. Yeah, but I know with my quality, I'll help the club to achieve its goals.
Thank you very much, Kiza Mustafa, for joining me today on the KCCFC TV show. We'll be having many more interviews with you, and good luck in the games that will be happening this week. Tomorrow against Kampala Junior team, and also about 4 days later against Wakiso Giants away at the Wakisha grounds. Guys, there you have it. The confirmation that is Kiza Mustafa joins KCCFC once again for a loan stint, that is until the end of the season. And who knows, maybe, just like he said in the interview, that maybe if there is a reason for him to stay, if, you know, and just like we said, this is football, he will be able to stay. Guys, we're going to be taking a break. When we return, we have so much to talk about, including the double game week we have this week against KJT in the Uganda Cup and Wakiso Giants in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. All this after the break. Now welcome back from that break. We get to switch to the best, and that means switching things just a little bit up. We're here at the Chint Electric Showroom, and this is located on the 6th Street in Industrial Area. Remember, Chint Electric are the principal shirt partners for KCCFC, and like you can see the place, very beautiful place. Look at the lighting, look at how fresh I look. Hey, I don't know how you got into the picture, but please, I don't think I've yet introduced you to the show. Please step away. And as I talk about what is in my background, just look at the light, the different lights. These are things that you can put on your ceiling. Fantastic, very beautiful lighting. I don't know if I've looked this fresh yet for this 2023, but I mean, it's all courtesy of Chint. Look at the beautiful ball that I do have. But I'll get to introduce someone that has switched to the best recently and left wherever he had wandered to. Please, these are things you get when you get back to KCCFC. Welcome back, prodigal son. Ochieng Patrick is his name.
Thank you.
And
that's the problem.
Welcome once again to the KCCFC TV show.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to tell you, look at the things you get, or you get to interface with when you switch to the best.
How does your interview affect my viewing of?
I'm telling you that look at the kind of things.
Me from viewing.
Would you have viewed if you didn't switch to the best?
I want to buy.
You want to buy? Please, you can buy. That is what we want from you.
I've changed my mind. Let's have the shot.
Wow, that's Patrick Ochieng, and he's going to be, someone that I'm going to have a chat with on very many things. Now, Patrick, just to talk about how life has been, especially for KCCFC, we get to talk about the mid-season break that has just ended. KCCFC has had players that have joined the club, players that have left on loan, and also players that have been released by the football club. But we'll focus on players that have joined. Kiza Mustafa gets to join KCCFC. That is his second stint at the club on loan until the end of the season. What do you make of his return?
I like his return. He's more or less like me. He went and came back. I also went and came back. Same transfer window actually.
The difference is
Mine came in December.
the difference is a star. You're not a star. You're a star
I'm a
to
star.
be.
I'm a star on the keyboard.
Okay.
I know what I do.
Go on.
What are you a star of?
Very many things. The jack of all trades. I mean, don't you know?
A star of talking a lot of things. But anyway, a player like Kiza Mustafa
All right.
brings a lot to the table, speaking. If you look at the attributes that he brings to the game, I know very many people may wonder, a team like KCCA that has been struggling to score goals in the first round, because in the other episode we are looking at the stats of our forwards, the strikers. If you have the number of strikers, they're around
Around six,
7
but only
strikers.
4 goals from them.
Yeah, if you have that number of strikers,
Yeah.
affording to score only 4 goals.
Out of 24 goals
Out of 24
scored
goals.
in the first round.
Yes, you only have 4 of them who are actually strikers. It worries you a lot. But the beauty with Kiza Mustafa is he's very good at assisting. Now, I don't know what his assists are made of, but for some reason, people always find a way of scoring when he's assisting. Because if you look at the last seasons that he was here, he was always among the top 3 players with the most assists at the end of the season. And not only assisting, by the way.
He has
also,
goals to his name.
he also has goals. He's very good at set pieces.
Some beautiful goals that he scored.
Yeah.
At least one I remember is that goal that won us the Sekafa after 41 years. Sekafa Clubs Cup in Rwanda.
Yeah. He's,
Were we with you?
Yeah.
I don't think
no,
we were
I
with
wasn't.
You had wandered somewhere. You had gotten lost. Okay. But at least I remember that was one beautiful goal.
Yeah, so if you look at what he can bring, he's very good at set pieces. Now, if you're looking at someone who can deliver a good ball, because he has very good people everywhere. You have Shaban, who we know is actually very good at scoring with the head. We have Kankonde, Shungu. That name disturbs me a lot.
Chisungu Kankonde. These are the things. When you chill with me, you'll get to know.
You have to speak with a lot of energy.
Chisungu Kankonde.
You
That's
have to
his
speak
name.
with a lot of energy.
I mean, that's how he mentioned his name.
It's called?
Chisungu Kankonde.
Okay, that one, I know Kankonde. He's also energetic, and I believe he also has the height. So if you have a player in Mustafa Kiza who's very good at delivering the crosses, set pieces, let me say free kicks, you have corner kicks, and actually, he's very good at also penalties. So having that addition, a player who can give you more offensively, because I'm not looking at Kiza right now defensively. I want to take that away, because to win any game, when you go into a game, it's 1 point a piece.
But you see, his first role should be defending, but you're saying you're taking him away, or you want to see more of him going forward.
No, he's a fullback.
Shouldn't he balance?
He's a fullback.
He's a fullback, but you can also help you as a wingback.
Do you know why it's called fullback?
Please tell the viewers. I know.
I asked you. Don't tell the viewers.
I know.
Because if you know,
I know,
tell
but they
them.
don't know. Please tell them.
You're the one hosting the show, so tell us.
Go on.
Mr. Hoster.
Kiza Mustafa, wingback, fullback.
No, anyway, his primary role is to defend. But we have players who are good moving forward, even from the defensive role. Now, a player like Marcelo, he would give you so much attacking than actually defensive. So my thinking is, fine, his primary role is to defend. But there are very many formations. If you're playing with 3 at the back, it allows the wing backs to actually move front and then come back. So I think that is the best position or the best formation that Kiza would fit in, having the 3 at the back, giving him that freedom, actually move in front, because he's very deadly offensively. You wouldn't want him to sit behind. You will be wasting what he can give you in the final third. I'm telling you.
You're saying we'll be wasting him, but where does this leave players like Rogers Atube and Brian Majuega, who play in a similar role? What is it for them? I know you're not a coach, but
I can try to
for some reason you try to analyze the things.
That's
what
what
does
I do better
What
than
does it
you.
leave some
You
of these
asked at the
players?
beginning of the show. That's one thing I do better than you.
Where does this leave Rogers Atube and Brian Majuega, please?
It leaves them with one thing. Competition.
Okay.
Competition. So now, if you have a player who you know is actually better than you, who does something better than you, you pull up your socks.
Dead ball specialist, I should say, Kiza Mustafa, penalties.
So I'm not saying
free
the
kicks.
others are bad, but if you're to put, players have comparisons. If you're to compare Kiza Mustafa, Brian Majuega, credit, he's a senior player. He has played football over the years, but his offensive play is minimal. Even in the first round, if if I'm to recall the few matches that I've watched, actually, he was missing in some of
But it's
the
a guy who
games.
scored the goal actually in the first round. There's
goal.
a game that he had a beauty, I should say.
A beauty.
Yes. A
Yeah,
beauty.
the goal was beautiful.
But for me, I think this is very good headache
For the coach?
For the coach.
And also for
him to have
for
three
the
players that can help him in that role, away from Kiza Mustafa. But before we actually switch things up, this is a player that is going to be donning the shirt number that he donned previously, shirt number 12. Good luck or good charm? What does this?
Who was wearing it before?
Andrew
season?
Kawoya last season. This season, no one. It's been empty because we did not license the
Oh, you
player.
guys knew the guy was coming back. Why was 12 not taken up by anyone?
We actually didn't know he was
I
going to
never
return.
trust your words.
No, we didn't know.
Look in the camera and tell
We
the
didn't
guy.
know that he was going to return. Otherwise, if we knew, would I don't know.
You see? You
But,
even failed to
no, I was going to say something, but I don't think it's very beneficial to the viewer.
So you
he
decide
gets
what's
to wear
beneficial?
shirt number 12. Is this a good luck charm?
Yeah, I think for a player to leave, because I think he may not, in my thinking, when he was starting his career, he didn't feel like 12 is the number he wants. But you see, once you have that number and you play with it for a long time, it becomes part of you. So for him to leave and actually come back and have the number available is something that maybe would give confidence, something would love. And there is nothing like players having the confidence and feeling that they have what they want. Because if you recall, away from local football, the Anthony Martial saga, where he had the shirt 9 stripped off from him, then he took 11, then he had a very bad season. That was something.
There's a player in the Saudi Arabian league that had to give away the shirt number 7
to Cristiano. So those small things, and you know players, we've dealt with players. Players are like young kids. Something very small can put them out. So if he has his shirt number 12 back, good luck for him.
Those are the views of Patrick Ochen when he says that the players are very young kids, not the views of the KCFC TV show. But
I didn't say they are. They are alike.
Well,
the two are different. I need to teach you some English.
But
they have a dictionary in your phone.
Here, the KCFC TV show will say, welcome back once again, Kiza Mustafa. Not only Kiza Mustafa had to join the club, we had a player that was not licensed for the first round because of an injury in Peter Magambo, but he's licensed to play in the second round of the league and probably should be on the squad that will play Kampala junior team tomorrow. Magambo's story and Kiza is almost similar. Joined the club at almost at the same time in 2014. They've been at the club for very long. And they know the ethos, they know their KCCFC through and through. What does Magambo bring to the party?
I think if you look at the first round, KCCA did not have that much games to play because it was only one league, it was the Premier League. Now you're going to the last stretch of the season, which for me I think is the most important 6 months or the most important half of the season. The first half, I know it started slow, but now you're going into the last stretch where you have actually now 2 competitions. You have the Uganda Cup
and the league,
and you have the league. So this means only one thing. You need to have a wider squad. Now, if you have more players, you never know what might happen because injuries come, and a player can get an injury that will lay them off the entire season. I mean, till the end of the season. So if you have a wider squad, you're having Kiza Mustafa then you're having Peter Magambo. At least, I don't want to say it, but if the forwards are not giving us the goals,
you can have some goals from the defenders.
Let's make sure they don't let in
the competition Magambo gets to face, because you have a player in Geoffrey Waswa, fresh from Algeria, Chan competitions, and he played almost literally all the games.
Last game where we were eliminated, my brother.
But he played. I mean, he's coming back with the experience.
How many goals were we?
Was he the only player on the pitch?
No, I'm just asking.
3-1, I think, Ivory Coast.
Where did the goals pass?
I mean, by the time they get to the defender, where are the midfielders? The build-up started from their side.
So we start from the strikers.
No, but we'll leave what happened at Chan. We're saying there's a player that is fresh from Chan. In Geoffrey Waswa, you have a player Mustafa Mujuzi. You have a player, now Peter Magambo comes through. We know John Revit has been around the football club too. And there are also other players that can play also in that position. We know we have a player in Philbert Obenchan who can also play as a centre back. The competition for Mole Viekwaso going into this round, going into the second round. I mean, is it good headache or bad headache for him? I mean, how does he keep this squad happy? Because all these players are good.
Peter Magambo's nickname?
I mean, tell them.
I asked you.
I don't know.
Tell them.
It's Machete, but...
There's a reason why it's called Machete.
I know, but they don't know.
Having him at the back with the machete-like thing he does, I think is something good.
Something
times,
good?
Yes, at times.
You know what machete means? That's cut, chop. So it's good when he chops a player or he has to tackle a player in the box.
It's good when he chops the opposition team's play.
Okay.
Stops, chop. It's to stop.
That is
I need
different.
to teach you English.
No, that's
my
it's not
brother.
called chopping.
When you chop, you cut.
It's different. It's
So
called
cutting
intercepting.
play. Cutting play.
Intercepting.
Yes,
that is
intercepting
the football language.
Intercepting is to stop, to cut. Okusala ko. In Uganda, my brother.
Please tell us about the competition. Is it very good for the manager?
No, but I think it's good competition for the manager. However, my problem is in Uganda, too much headache or a coach that has too many good players fails to use them.
Okay.
Unlike too much of anything for me, I think is always bad. So if the coach is having that much quality, we only can wait to see. Right now, I can't tell what will happen, but I think it's good headache to have, because who wouldn't want to have selecting from a BMW or a Mercedes in the garage?
No, you should say who wouldn't want to select from this kind of light to that light to that light?
I would
because they're all by chint, but they do the same kind of.
You see, when I was behind there, I was trying to pick out which one I could take.
I saw you play with things, and I was like,
because
you're not technical enough.
I failed
play
to decide. I want to take them all, so that when you come to my house, I can just stand. They told me I change colors.
They do actually.
I know those are things that excite you, my brother.
They do.
So when I change from yellow
actually do excite
to
me.
white,
they actually do excite me. But you've talked about it being very good headache for the manager.
I think it's good headache.
Not only did we have players coming to the club, we also had players that have left the club on short stints. We'll start with the confirmation that came through. We all know that Juma Ibrahim had left at the beginning of the season, but he finally left to go to CD Leganés this month. That is, sorry,
and he actually
January.
had his debut.
Yeah, against Real Madrid, and they won 4-1. And also we had a player in Brian Kayanja, a forward, has not scored for KCCFC yet, but he gets to go on loan to Maroons Football Club. You think this helps the player?
When you talk of has not scored, how many games has he started?
Not started a game for the club, but he came on as a substitute. At least I remember against Arua Hill, that was in Arua. He's had a start and stop career at KCCFC because of injuries. He had an immediate surgery when he joined the club, which is very unfortunate. But you think this will help the player because he gets to go to Maroons, and you think maybe the playing time?
Yeah, I think it's good for both the club and the player because if he's going to have time at Maroons, there is only one thing you can think about. Rarely do players leave KCCA and struggle for playing time in other teams, actually. So for me, I think it's good for the club to allow the player to leave and go find another club. And he was released, right?
No. Loaned until the end of the season.
Yeah, so let him go there. He finds himself, let him do his best. Maybe if he proves that he has to be on the KCCFC team, he will have to be brought back. If he feels that he still needs to develop, because even when he gets playing time the other side, it's not a guarantee
that he'll get back to the squad.
Yeah, that is going to come back
because of the competition.
Yes.
Not only did Brian Kayanja leave, but we also had a player that was released by the football club. That is Andrew Kawoya, a player that has played for the under-17, the under-20 team, was released just shortly before that transfer window closed, and he's a free agent right now. That should be a confirmation. Any good words for Andrew Kawoya? We don't want you to be saying a lot of things about him, but any good words for him, please, on behalf of the KCCFC TV show?
I wish him the best. Thank you.
Wish him all the very best. Well, that's a confirmation for the players that came and have left the football club during this mid-season transfer window. That is a player in Andrew Kawoya, who was released by the football club, Brian Kayanja, that has gone on loan to Maroons Football Club, and Kiza Mustafa returning to KCCFC on loan until the end of the season, and the player that also gets to get a license ahead of the 2022-2023 season in Magambo Peter. Switching things up a little bit, we have 2 games this week. That is in the Uganda Cup tomorrow, Sunbik Uganda Cup, where we get to play Kampala junior team, and also 4 days later visit Wakiso Giants, a team that had a very fantastic first round, and that will be in the Star Times Uganda Premier League. What do you make of KCFC's double game week? We'll start with Sunbik Uganda Cup. We want your prediction too. We'll start with the game against KGT tomorrow.
I think the game against KGT, you would definitely want to give KCCA a lead ahead, because looking at the clubs, I think KCCA has the bragging rights. And like Professor Coach Mike Hilary Mutebi always said he had his legendary quote.
We have enough in what?
In our armory.
Oh.
And also it won't be a what? A walk?
A walk in the park.
Yes. So
won't be a walk in the park.
It won't be a walk in the park. So as you're going there,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be easy. I was looking at the results from the games that were played where regional teams actually eliminated teams in the big league.
Yeah.
We had all 4 teams from the regional eliminating 4 teams from the big league in the Stanbic Uganda Cup. So that shows you that at this stage, you cannot
There's no small
anyone.
team.
Yes,
you have got to
even
give it your all.
KCCA itself was eliminated the other
Last year by Bright Stars, round of
Bright
32.
Stars. Yes, and you would think actually KCCA, given the pedigree they have, they should actually be
At home, should have won.
Yes, you should have won, but things did not turn out that way. I hope that doesn't happen tomorrow. And you asked for my prediction. I'd want to go with the KCCA win. I won't talk of the scores as long as they've won.
And then the game on Thursday against Wakiso Giants, that's if things get to stay the way they are.
Yeah, if
there are no changes
If
in the
things get to
fixtures.
stay the way they are, out of the 5 games that KCCA and Wakiso Giants have played, KCCA has won 3 times.
Okay.
Wakiso Giants won 1 last season at
Once.
their
At KCCFC's
KCCA home.
Yeah.
Where they
The last game of the season?
Yes,
1-0. Yes.
1-0.
Yeah.
And they have won 1, drawn 1. KCCA has won 3.
Yes.
Those are the 5 games.
The 5 games,
So you'd also want to think whatever happened last season for KCCA, where they lost and now they are going to Waukesha.
Yeah, Waukesha, yes.
Yeah, and I think KCCA, those are small games for KCCA.
Small
they
games,
should
but
be winning.
we're talking of a team that had a very fantastic first round, has got players around the national team, players in Titus, players in Sebufu, who was the leading. Well, we have heard things about him leaving. They're yet to confirm that as a football club.
It's okay.
But they had a fantastic first round. KCCFC had to struggle to win that game 3-2. That was at the MTN Omondi Stadium. But what do we have to do right to make sure we get 3 points in
No,
Waukesha?
I think the best thing that Coach Molebie Kwaso should do, field his best team.
Field his best team.
Because we are going into a pitch that is not the best that our players are used to, the Waukesha pitch. So get the players you think can get the job done.
Some former players in that team, that Wakiso team in Bukenya, and also Moses Aliro. But as we wind up, this should be the last, very, very last one. We have players that we're going to miss during this period. About 3 players that are likely to travel with that Uganda under-20 Hippos side to Egypt for the AFCON under-20 in Saidi Mayanja, in Wabiona Faizo and Haruna Lukwago. At least players that are licensed for the second round of the season. Does this affect the manager, or you think he has enough in his armory?
Like I said, one, KCCA has a squad of more than 20 players. 11 get to play, 6 get to be on the sub. Let the coach pick the best from the team that he has. And also, the players listed, I don't think many of them had very many minutes in the first round. Thank you.
Well, my prediction for this week will be that KCCFC will be able to qualify for the round of 32 of the 49th edition of the Stanbic Uganda Cup, and also get 3 points against Wakiso Giants in the first game of the second round away against Waukesha. Well, it's a wrap from us. Like I told you, we have been hosted today at the Chint Electric showroom here on the 6th Street in industrial area. Guys, like you see, I've not seen Patrick look this fresh in a while, and I'm sure it's because of the lights at the Chint Electric showroom. And you can also be able to get some of these products. They have got lights, they have got everything that you can think of in terms of electrics that you can get for yourself. And these things are not quite expensive, they are affordable. So you too can be able to get some of these things. It's a wrap from us, and that is season 4, episode 12 of the KCCFC TV show. We'll be back next week, same time, same place probably. We might have a second round here. Have a good night.